Hi, Valerie Bradford, MP for Kitchener South Hespeler. I'm here in Kenya just wrapping up an International Development Fund tour hosted by Results Canada. We're here on the ground to see firsthand how our international development funds are being deployed.
And what I've learned by being here is that the many years of aid that Canada has given over the years is actually making a real difference. And it's good for Canadians to know that it is working. And every bit we do makes things that much better.
Hi, my name is Muskan Vadaj. I'm from St. Catharines, Ontario, and the question I wanted to ask was when and why did you become interested in international development?
I'd say that I was interested in international development as I was becoming interested in politics in high school. Finding my way through that process, I felt that international development was a very important part of that for Canada, not only to help do the right thing and build up support in developing countries, but ensure that we're working together, because we are all neighbors sharing this planet, sharing these resources, and we need to ensure that we're working together to lift everybody up.
I became aware of this in my previous life as an economic development officer. I think, a high tide raises all boats, and it's a global world. We're all very interconnected, and we need to help out the developing world to achieve their maximum potential, and that also benefits us as well. But we need to do it for the right reasons, and I'm all in favor of doing as much as we can to be supportive.
Hi, Ms. Gunn. Thank you for the question. I first got interested in international development in high school, and it was because of a book that I had read and probably some programs that I'd seen on television about international development. And I understood that this was about helping people around the world that needed our help, because we lived in a very privileged existence in Canada. But also I saw it as something that is more than just the right thing to do, but it's also a good investment in the future of the globe. And so we're getting smaller as a planet, and what happens in Kenya matters in Canada. I first got interested in...
My name is Jacob, and I'm a volunteer with the Vancouver Results Group. I wanted to ask you if you have any advice for constituents who want to talk about international development with their MP, but don't exactly know where to begin or how to approach the conversation. Thank you.
Hi, I think the best approach is to send an email to your MP and maybe asking for a meeting so that you can discuss. Give them an idea of which particular development project or part of the world you're interested in, and make an appointment to see them.
Hi, Jacob. Scott Aitchison here. Thank you very much for the question. The best way to engage your member of parliament is to send them emails and letters, to reach out to them, call their office, and let them know about the issues you care about. And the more people that you convince to help do that, like get your friends to do it as well, they listen to people that talk to them in volume. So get everyone you know, send them a letter, send them an email, give their office a call, and engage with your MP because they actually really enjoy that and they listen.
A very important question. Thank you for that question. I think the best way that Canadians can engage with their members of parliament is by reaching out and letting them know that there are issues that you care about in terms of international development, whether that's calling offices, sending emails, gathering support for petitions, or even using social media. It's a very important tool, and I know all members pay attention to it. So please reach out and share those concerns and share the news that you're hearing, because I know obviously members of parliament are very busy, and sometimes we get issues brought to our attention that we're not always aware of, especially on the international scene. And I know that I've learned a lot from constituents who's reaching out to me, and also people from right across the country.
Hi, my name is Blessing Dia. What's one project or program that has taught you something surprising?
Blessing, thank you for the question. Key takeaway for me is the progress that's been made to date is actually incredible. I didn't realize just how integrated the health system actually has become, and the progress that the Kenyan people and their governments have made. That's the key takeaway for me. I didn't realize how great they are doing. And for me, going back home, I know that we need to do a little bit more, and with just a little bit more help from Canada, they can do a lot more incredible things and really move the health of Kenyans a lot further. So I'm excited to go back home and talk about the work that we can do as Canadians to make a huge difference here in Kenya.
Thank you very much for that question. This has been an incredible experience. This is not only my first time in Kenya, but actually my first time visiting Africa, and it's been very eye-opening for a number of reasons. I think that I've really been able to see the incredible work that's being done here in Kenya, and in some ways a lot of surprising work that I didn't know was happening. And I think that having that opportunity to see Canada's role in helping to enable that has really shown how incredible this international development support has been, and has shown why we need to continue to do more of that, because there's so much more work to do. Our investments have been paying off.
Thank you for that question. I think I knew before I came here kind of what I would be seeing, but there's nothing like being on the ground and seeing it in person to realize the depth of the challenges. And I've been very impressed by what I've seen and how the people here can maximize the use of the funds that they receive to maximum potential. It's very, very impressive, and I think we back home could learn a few lessons in that area as well, particularly in the area of healthcare, which has been largely a focus of this particular mission.
Hi, my name is Julie Yoon. I'm a volunteer from the Vancouver Results Group. Having seen the impact different Canadian-supported programs and projects have made on the ground, how has your experience in Kenya made you feel, and how has it shaped your perspective going forward?
I'd say my key takeaway and what surprised me both is that there are some very simple solutions to a lot of the challenges, obviously very immense challenges, but especially when it comes to healthcare and supporting nutrition, there are some very, very simple solutions out there that Canada has been supporting and that we should continue to support, because it doesn't have to be complicated sometimes, and to me that's what stuck out the most throughout this week, and all the more reason why we should continue to support and continue to do as much as we can on the world stage.
I've been very, very impressed by Kenya and their ability to maximize the use of the development dollars that they receive to good potential. They operate on such a lean margin, and they're able to maximize the use of those dollars and accomplish so much with relatively little investment. I think we in Canada could learn a lot from that, particularly in the areas of our healthcare, which is delivered so efficiently here. Patients come in, their lab tests, their scans, everything is all taken place in one location, in one appointment. It's so much more efficient for the patient and the healthcare system. And I think we need to do things differently in Canada. So we can help them over here, but we also can benefit from their knowledge and a different way of doing things. I've been very, very impressed.
Hi, Julie. Thank you for the question. My experience here in Kenya has taught me that all is not lost, and that we are actually making incredible progress in a lot of places that Canadians have supported for many years. I think there's a lot of people in Canada that think that this is a lost cause. Why are we still doing this? And this week here in Kenya has taught me that we're doing a lot better. Kenya is doing a lot better. With very little resources, it is remarkable what the people of Kenya are doing and what they can achieve with a little more help. And so I think that that's the message that Canadians need to hear, is that the work we have done and the support we have given has done incredible things. And we can do a lot more with just a little bit more help.
I'd like to extend a big thank you to Results Canada for bringing us to Kenya and for showing us around and showing us all the great work that they're doing with so many great organizations such as UNICEF Kenya, FIND, and Nutrition International. To the Canadians back home, I'd like to share that every dollar of aid that's invested in Kenya is going to good use, and it's yielding high results. Over the course of this week, we've seen some desperate circumstances but hopeful hearts, and hopefully our work will continue to improve the lives of Kenyans. Thank you.